everybody, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm gonna call this segment Coffee Time with Nod. So I have got myself some caramel cafe latte, which is extremely sweet, by the way. I don't know what I was thinking when I ordered a caramel latte. Anyway, today I'm just gonna talk to you about the time I was cheated on a taxi. Yeah. You know, I take taxis all the time. I'm like almost a pro at taking a taxi. But that time, I was cheated. So, a very long story short, I took a cab which was supposed to be a budget taxi and not an executive one. So you see, in Malaysia you have two types: executive or airport limos, and you have the budget one. So I went in what I thought was a budget taxi, and I saw the meter, but the meter was covered with a cap. So although I saw the driver switch on the meter when I went into the cab, I could not actually see the numbers on the screen. Jang jang jang! And I was slightly suspicious, but I didn't think too much of it because he seemed okay. I should have just trusted my initial instincts, which was like, but I didn't. I tell myself this all the time. Listen to your gut. He was very talkative. Towards the end of the ride, he gave me his name card for his other business and asked me to text him what I do and if it's possible for a collaboration, blah blah blah. And yeah. Anyhow, then we arrived at my apartment. Now, I'm quite suspicious of taxi drivers anyhow, so I only asked him to park outside and not come into my condo compound because I don't really want them to know which block I'm staying at, you know, which was a good thing because by the time we stopped the car and I had to pay the fee, it was 24 bucks, I think, which a normal ride, even with traffic jam, would only cost anywhere between 10 to 15 ringgit. 15 ringgit max. Why? Because his car is some kind of hybrid thing that runs on fuel or gas. Yes, he lifts the cap of the meter and that's what I see. Unfortunately, I had a couple bags and it was dark, so I couldn't see the taxi registration number when I left. And I'm pretty sure there weren't any inside the car because otherwise I would have noted it down at that point. Anyway, I tried my luck and I wrote a complaint or report to the what's called the SPAD for Malaysia. Unfortunately, SPAD could not do anything because I did not have his full name or his registration number or car registration number. So that was a bummer. Which brings me to the point of this video where I am going to share with you some tips that you can bear in mind the next time you take a cab. Number one, look on the outside of the cab and see what's written. Is it executive or is it Lembah Klang? Or maybe if you're in a different state, it would be something else. But if it says executive, be prepared to pay a limo kind of price, which means that the meter starts at 6 ringgit and every increment is double. Another thing is when you enter, just note down the taxi number and make sure that you can see the driver details, which will usually be on the dashboard in front. Sometimes taxi drivers don't want to use their meters, so if they don't, you'd better leave. Get on one with a meter. I read on this website older drivers are less likely to rip you off. Maybe true, I don't know. That's making a very general assumption. You can't say that. Another one is do not get into a cab where the meter has been covered up. Oh, another thing. If you call for a cab, it's probably better, especially with these new apps like My Taxi and Easy Taxi, because what happens is, yes, you'll have to pay an additional call charge of 2 ringgit, but their office can trace where the taxi is, and you can even share your location whilst you're in the taxi with your family and friends. You don't have to bother noting down the taxi number and driver details because it will be on your phone. Their details are already in the app. Another one is don't go in a taxi with other passengers, or if the driver wants to pick up another passenger, or if he wants to take a detour and all that. You know, it's all very fishy, very risky. I get really scared if a taxi driver wants to go in a route that I don't really know, because yeah, where are they taking you? And always call someone or text somebody to tell them that you are on a taxi and when you're expected to arrive. So if I feel that the taxi is a little dodgy, I will just pretend to call someone. I'll just pretend to call my dad and say that, yeah, I'm coming, I'll be there in like X number of minutes, so expect me. That's not to say that taxi drivers don't get cheated by their passengers. It happens sometimes. But yeah, I'm making this video from a passenger's point of view. Sorry, taxi drivers. I know there are some of you who are really awesome, and I learned a lot of these trips from other taxi drivers, so please don't assume that all taxi drivers are evil or mean or cheats. Everybody do your part. If you experience something bad, report it to the authorities. Don't just complain to your friends and family without taking action, because that's not going to stop bad things from happening. Okay, done. That's my coffee break with Nad. Story of the day. Let's enjoy our cup of coffee and not be cheated by taxi drivers. Or at least attempt not to be. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you like that, thumbs up and comment and subscribe for more. Bye!